All right, what's up, brothers? My phone about to die. This is gonna be 3D tutorial real quick, cleaning nose. When you hit 5, 6, I want you to hit this. Your palm should be flat facing the ground. Your hand should almost be making like an L shape, parallel to the ground. Hit, milk this back. 5, 6, and 7, 8. 1, the prep for it is you cross your arms in the back. Boom, jump out on your right leg. Yeah. 1, 2, you hit down, and 3, and rather than bringing your body up to your hands, I want you to bring your body down to where your hands already are. So 1, 2, and 3, and do a body roll on that. 4, you hit your right leg up, and then you step out and you have your arms straight up with your palms facing each other. From the top, 5, 6, and 7, 8, 1, down, and 3, and 4, and then I want this to come down 5, 6, 7. So I want it to shoot down to in front of your face, and then milk for 5, 6, 7. It should be here for and 8 and. So checkpoints, side of your head, boobs, waist. Yeah. So you just did 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, and just your head. Your right leg is up, and you're like, he says, see it in motion in 3D. So you're like looking for something. I wanna see it, step, look. So this is on and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Your arms are switching left, right, left, and at the same time, you're you're like this. Your hands are gonna switch. Your right is gonna go out, then left, then end like this. At the same time, you're stepping left leg with your right arm up, right leg with your left arm up, and that's in place, and then you switch on the last one. So it should be and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So on 4 and, you look back to the front, and then you're gonna go 5, just your head, and 6, your shoulders coming up and almost 45 degrees to the corner. So 5 and 6 and 7, it's just your wrist turning from your fingertips facing to the right to turning to the left. So this is 5 and 6 and 7, and you grab your crotch. 8, you step to it. That whole phrase again. 5, 6, and 7, 8, and 1, and step, look, look, I don't want you to stay here and then go into the 1, 2, 3. I want it to be just a checkpoint to go up. So it's almost like you're smacking your left foot with your right foot, yeah? So you should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 1, 2, 3. These are scoops with your hands together, yeah? So 1, 2, drag your leg, 3, and then 4, you jump straight up. That phrase again from 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, shoulder, knees, crotch, and 1, 2, 3, jump, 4. This is pretty self-explanatory. You should be sneezing in the direction of your formation change. 5 and 6, 7 and 8. I don't care what you do with your hands, just decide something and do it. And then 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. There's like a box in front of your chest and your hips. You're checking the corners of the box, all while stepping right, left, and you're hitting on the 2 and the 4. So it should be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I want you to hit your head down on the 2 and the 4. Have like loose wrists with this, and just focus on moving your hands to the corners of the box. Yeah? So connecting that phrase from the 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, jump, 4, move, 5, 6, move, 7, 8, check, hit, then it's gonna be the milk, stop, 7, 8. I want you to do 5, hit the 6, so 5, 6, wherever you stop, and 7 and 8, so that we all come up at the same time. So you should be doing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah? So that's the end of the first half. Okay, this is 3D cleaning nose part 2. You just did 5, stop, 6, 7, and 8. For the milk, I want you to milk 1, 2, 3. Hit the 4 when you come out of the 4. Rather than stepping back, I want the 4 to be a jump so that you can land left, right, and look back at the same time. So for example, 1, 2, 3, hit 4 and a 5. And I want you to hold the 6 back here And then for when he says 3D, which is and 7, your right hand is up in front of your, like your palm is facing the audience, and your left hand is like a right angle over. So 3, turn your palms over your head so then now your right arm is parallel to the ground and your palm is still facing the audience. Yeah? Does that make sense? So you're just hitting milk, 2, 3, hit the 4 and a 5, hold 6, 3D. Then pull 8 in the direction of where you're going. I want everyone to do it either forward or backward. So if you're going up, do this. If you're going back, pull like that. Yeah? So you just did hit 2, 3, and 4, and a 5, hold 6, 3D, pull to wherever you need to go. And then for the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, the booty part, I want your left ear glued to your left shoulder. So your head should be a very dramatic angle to the left. Your wrists are flexed and they're at about your sides. And basically, how I broke this down at practice, it's like you're standing like this, then you squat in it, and then you switch to the other side. Yeah? And at the same time, you're like walking with that. So it should just be hip, 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 hip. I like, the way I explained it is that like, if I was taking a picture of the upper half of your body, I don't want to see it moving. It should just mostly be coming from the lower half. I do know that people are moving formations quite drastically at this point. So do the best that you can and practice that at home. I know it feels weird. It should almost pinch your sides because of how like hard you're doing it. Like it hurts here. So if you think you're doing too much, try doing more and then it'll see what it looks like. So anyways, you just did 8, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then depending on what side you're on, it's the 5, 6, 3D. There's a clarification on this part. For 5, 6, you're gonna rondejambe your outside leg. So if you're on the right side, it's this way. If you're on the left side, it's this way. Left or right side is center. At the same time, for 5, 6, your hands are like snaking in front of your face, and then they go out 3D, and you're rondejambing to the side so that you can lean out on it for 3D. So it should be 5, 6, 3D. The angle for this, your chest is facing completely to the side, either this side or this side. Your front arm is like, this is what you look like from the side. Yeah, and if you're on this side, it's like that. It's like your front arm is completely parallel to the ground in front of you, and your back arm is behind your head. Your chest should be all the way open to the side. So it should be 5, 6, 3D, and 8. Or if you're on this side, 5, 6, 3D, and 8. Yeah? And that's a 5, 6, and 7, and 8. Does that make sense? 5, 6, and 7, and 8. Yeah? And then you hit the no hands part. So what I want for this is that you just did and 8, step out with your right leg. The way that I taught it initially was like you were on your heels. I strongly encourage you to watch the video for this part, like the actual dance practice, because they each do something different. But the general consensus of like what Kirsten does, everyone steps out with their right leg. So you just did 5, 6, and 7, and 8. Step out with your right leg. You're hitting side, back, side, and 4. This is 1, 2, 3, and 4. They're like just moving their knees, and it's like a groove. So your feet are not doing this, but your knees are doing that. So just watch the video. I don't fucking know. But anyhow, you just did 5, 6, and 7, and 8. Step 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 4 and you should grab 4, come up and then you're hitting right shoulder down, right shoulder down. I'm pretty sure that's another transition. But honestly, I don't fucking know. We'll talk about formations in practice. But you just did step 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, 8. Step out again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and if you are in stay tonight, you walk to the back so that you can set up for stay tonight. And if you are not, you do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 3D, and you do like the 3D thing, but interact with your partner, slap hands, shout at somebody, throw a basketball. Just do some cool shit, go for it, and peel off. I think that's it. I don't know if that made sense. If anything is unclear, just text me. I'm going home.